What's going on, nerds? Welcome back to Comic Book Nerd Nation, episode 136. I'm Fox2. We got Pirate.
I be here.
That's Topher. This is jacked up. We got Topher also.
Hey guys, I like the X-Men.
And the whole effing Brian.
Poop.
All right.
Nailed it.
So any of our new viewers are going to be really confused now, but whatever. Yeah, okay. Watch an old episode and figure it out.
I'm pretty sure
Why did you wait till episode 136 to
Hey, I
join
got
the
a
party?
suggestion. One of these recording days, I want somebody else to introduce us. I want to see what it is if he's introduced.
Yeah, I don't know how well that
Yeah,
will work.
yeah.
You can try it.
I'm sure it'll be like, and we have Fox too. What's going on, Comic Book Nerd Nation? That's probably
Yeah, probably.
You'd like reintroduce. We'd be stuck in a
just-
never-ending loop of.
Just take back over. All right. Yeah. So, how have you guys been over the weekend? Anything good? Any news that you want to talk about?
Funeral, and my car blew out a tire, and
That
I
sucks.
sat in a parking lot after work today waiting for a tow truck. How about you? How you been?
It's pretty awful. I actually had a flat tire too since we recorded last. I had to buy 4 new tires for my car. I was pretty pissed off.
Ugh.
It's pretty miserable.
I'm hoping I don't have to. We'll find out.
Yeah, your audio is. I don't know what. Hopefully this comes out good. The audio is really on the fritz a little bit today, so bear with us if this doesn't sound as good as it normally does. We'll try and power through.
Aliens.
But with the holiday coming up, we basically don't have any other options other than recording tonight. So what you got is what you get. That's it.
I had to stop and think.
holiday.
I'm like, what holiday? Exactly, July 4th.
goddamn birth of a nation, motherfucker. Don't you forget.
Happy birthday,
Oh.
America.
Right.
So this coming week is like the pre-birth to a nation.
Oh my god.
And the week after is the afterbirth of a nation.
Oh, I knew it was coming. That's so awful.
God.
Oh, so awful.
Placenta sac of a nation.
On that note, wow, Brian, do you have any comic book news that we can use as a filler for a moment? I have something that I really want to share about 4th of July.
So I read the
so
first,
take
the
the
first, the first runs of DC's Rebirth issues. That books Action Comics, Superman, Green Arrow, the Titans Rebirth issue, and whatever else came in the first wave of
I heard
books.
I heard that
read.
Green Arrow is on firely good. Like,
Green Arrow is pretty good. He calls himself a social justice warrior since people like.
well, he's
laughing
always
about
been
using that word. I know he has
Yeah.
always been, but he actually uses that phrase. Action Comics is pretty good. Superman's really good. I like the whole bringing in that Superman. Detective Comics is pretty cool. It seems like they're picking out some shit from the last Arkham game because Batman's trying to use his own squad to fight off these like goons that all look like the Arkham Knight.
so
But we don't-
But
we
they're
don't
not.
know.
They're not replacing Jason Todd though, or rewriting him, are they?
No,
Are they rewriting Jason Todd?
no, it's not the Arkham Knight storyline. It's just the characters used.
Okay.
I picked up Batman and Superman and a couple other of the Rebirth ones because I was curious. I read which one did I read like the first Rebirth, the one with with Wally West in it, like the Rebirth Zero issue or something. It was pretty cool, but I haven't read any of the individual titles yet. So I actually bought a Superman comic though. I don't know that I've ever actually purposely bought a Superman comic.
Hey, this
so
goes to Superman.
Dang. Okay,
Wow.
so not to abruptly change topics, but I'm going to abruptly change topics. Back to July 4th. My fiance, we're having a huge barbecue for July 4th up at my parents' lake condo with some of their friends and stuff. And she bought me a shirt to wear for the barbecue that I thought you would all really get a kick out of.
Is it a belly shirt?
No, it's not a belly shirt, but
Oh, well, then I don't care.
Oh
That's
yes.
pretty cool.
it's Abe Lincoln holding an an AR-15 and the Constitution riding a bear with an American flag saddle.
That's pretty dope.
So I thought that
Yeah,
was fairly special. I'm sorry to all of
it's
our
pretty America.
Yeah, I apologize to all of our foreign viewers that don't appreciate that, but don't care.
Or all our audio only listeners who wish they could see that sweet ass T-shirt.
Yeah, no shit. Join us on YouTube. Okay, so let's jump right in and let's start talking about the news, Barrett.
Bum bum bum. News.
He's getting like less and less enthusiastic every week. I really want
News.
to go back and just take an audio clip of just his news jingles from like the very beginning and just kind of patch them all together. Just be like episode 7, this one, episode 8, this one, and just like
New
make a
jingle
nice
montage.
like it'd be like a 15-minute montage of just his jingles, and you would just see the gradual decline of like at first he was busting out fucking guitars and djembes and all kinds of fucking he had some that went like 30 seconds long and we're like, okay, is it over yet? And now he's just like news.
You know, just by saying that, one of these days he's gonna have like a 10-minute jingle.
He's gonna have like a fucking 3-piece band, a little fucking mini
I
marching
want to have
band
like an
just charge
orchestra
in.
here. Bring a marching band.
Little
I want to get an
fucking-
El Mariachi band.
Get a little fucking marching band just storms in right as we say news and fucking march around behind him on camera. I would applaud that effort. I would greatly
Fucking
applaud
pots and
that effort.
pans.
I mean, it would blow everybody's fucking eardrums out, but it would be hilarious.
I'll do a remote newscasting from the band room. So I can just wire everything up. Go to town. You guys can hear my sweet drum skills. that or lack thereof, I should say. The what?
He said power ballad, and then he just took off running. I think he had to poop.
And then-
I said, is it an 80s power? Can you make it an 80s power back?
Your internet is terrible.
I can try.
Did any of you get a chance to see the new Star Trek Beyond trailer?
no, it makes
I
me
haven't
sad
seen
though.
it.
That you haven't seen it?
No, that Anton Yelchin died.
Yeah, that's true. We didn't talk about that yet, did we? Damn. I don't know how that slipped our radar. Yeah, that was an unfortunate. They
Yeah,
deemed
so
it
if you're just
they
now
deemed it
finding
like an
out, sorry
accident.
about that.
They deemed it like an accident too, didn't they? Like,
He got like
Recap.
pinned with his car or something. He got out of his car and it was still running and like it moved and trapped him and pinned him against something and yeah, I don't. It didn't sound fun.
no, that sounds like a pretty awful way to die.
Yeah,
It's pretty terrible.
not that there's a whole lot of good ways, you know.
I suppose that's true. The new Star Trek trailer. Brian, did you get a chance to see it, or am I the only one that actually watched it?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it.
Brian's over here rewiring his fucking laptop in the middle of the podcast or something.
Seriously.
God damn. Next, he's gonna bust out a jackhammer and start remodeling the bathroom behind him or something.
Fucking sawzall and take down a wall or something.
No. So the trailer was awesome. I mean, I thought the first one was good. This one is just as good. They did a good job of not giving away too much more than what they already showed in the first one. Just kind of restructuring it again to drum up interest. I honestly think a big part of it was to promote a new song by Rihanna, because they had like the whole thing just about was her
terrible
song,
music.
and then at the end it said like where you could go to listen to the whole, like the full song or whatever by Rihanna. So it was, I don't know. was a little,
Like a music video.
Yeah, it was different, but I mean, it was neat. The movie looks awesome. I can't wait to see it. I love the new Star Trek remakes. Yeah, I don't think that wasn't it.
That's like the Assassin's Creed.
Where?
That's like the Assassin's Creed like trailer with Kanye in it. It's just like music that just doesn't fit the trailer.
Well, this music fit the trailer. I mean, it fit the trailer really well. Like it definitely was a good song choice for the trailer. They mashed up the scenes to the music really, really well. Everything fit. It was just weird how at the end, like, they promoted the movie for a moment, and then it was like the ending screen was like, where to find this Rihanna song, and like Rihanna big across the fucking middle of the screen or the picture. So it was just like, whoa, I've not seen that before, really, I don't think. But
I mean, she is kind of a Klingon.
Oh, damn. Coming in hot. Tell me how you really feel, Pirate.
I mean,
jeez.
I feel the scurvy creeping up on me.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers or nothing, but I'm just saying.
But she looks like a Klingon?
But she could, well, I mean,
so you're saying you'd fuck Worf.
She looks like a Klingon. She is kind of a Klingon.
So you're saying you would fuck Worf.
Just saying.
That
I would
you wouldn't?
Sex with Rihanna.
No, I'm good.
Dude, what do you think those wrinkles on his forehead are for? Like, more friction, man.
For his pleasure.
Yeah.
He's pre-ribbed for his pleasure.
It's so when you bury their head in the pillow, it doesn't slide out. Fraction.
Game of Thrones season finale. You guys have been dying to talk about this. I didn't see it. I'm not anywhere near caught up yet.
You need to watch that shit then.
Yeah. Brian, go ahead.
Oh man, what is there not to say about that thing? It was probably the best episode they've had, best finale they have had. It just everything from the first season to that episode just culminated into what you saw. I mean, I don't know what to talk about first. I mean,
first we should probably say spoilers ahead.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. We could talk about Cersei ending up becoming like an emperor type figure. She's got her Darth Vader right next to her. I mean, I don't even know what to talk about first. So somebody mentioned something, and we could all talk.
Well, let's go with Cersei. Cersei is now in control of the Iron Throne. I mean, so she's the king now, or queen.
With the Cersei thing,
eradicated everybody.
I know that was awesome when the little what do they call them? Little bird.
The sparrows.
Yeah, no, the sparrows were the
the sparrows are the religious cult people.
Yeah,
the little birds are the kids.
The little birds are the kids.
Well, when you see the green barrels, you know what's up. As soon as you see the green barrels glowing, you knew what was coming.
How do you spell Cersei?
Basically,
curiosity.
It's like
Cerser.
We knew the wildfire was coming. I mean, she talked about it.
They've been dropping hints all season long. Yeah. They've been talking about that. But I mean, yeah.
Also, I was stopping so Chris could finish, so I wouldn't cut him off for once.
No.
Also,
you started talking after. There must be a delay.
But even like that. I forgot what season it was when she's talking about what the old woman had said to her about she's gonna outlast her kid. It's bitching because
season 5.
Yeah, when they recounted that part of her life, but when Tommen's looking out the window, steps back, puts his crown down, walks off camera, comes back, and just jumps off the thing. I'm like, oh shit.
Well, on that note where it says that in the prophecy, like you'll outlive all 3 of your children, and you'll have, and then after that, the verse, she says something that's in Valerian, Salis, or will kill you or something, or you'll be killed by the Versailles, which I guess in Valerian means the youngest child or the youngest sibling. And I had a theory that it was going to be Jaime that was going to kill her because she's going to end up becoming like the Mad Queen.
Arya.
But I think it's going to be Arya because she's on Arya's list.
Yeah.
Well, you've got so like in the books, like Catelyn Stark, the Stark mother, she's actually
Lady
brought
Stoneheart.
back to
Lady
life, and there's
Stoneheart,
the whole
yeah.
Lady Stoneheart thing, and
Which
like
there's a
there's
possibility that could still happen.
you had
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood Without Banners came back, but you've got the Hound with them, and just the way they've been setting everything up, it's for like the younger generation to take over, and all the stuff that Stoneheart came back to do was to get revenge on everybody that hurt the Starks.
Right.
She like avenged the Red Wedding, the whole River Run thing, and like they dealt with River Run, they dealt with Arya dealt with the Red Wedding stuff. So like you basically got Arya now serving that role and doing those things. So I don't think Lady Stoneheart has a place in the story anymore in the TV version, because they even mentioned Catelyn a few times this season, and like if they were gonna do it, they would have done it by now. I feel like.
Also, too, they talked about how the one guy that the Hound killed when he was sitting there at the fire, talking about how the Red Priest brought him back, or the Red Priest or somebody brought him back. They can only have so many zombies, I guess.
Well, you talking about the leader of the Brotherhood?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he basically gives his life essence up to revive Catelyn. Like that's because he's being kept alive with the magic and shit. So like he actually gives that up to bring him back, is how it happens in the books. So like it's not really another resurrection. It's basically her in place of him.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so I even like the outfit Cersei's wearing. It's all like the black leather and the silver shoulder gauntlets.
It's pretty badass looking. It's actually a pretty cool costume.
So here's a question. Now that we know that, now that Daenerys is on her way to Westeros, who do you think she's going to end up trying to wed in order to gain power? Because there's not a lot of eligible bachelors left.
Jon.
And if it's Jon Snow, he's marrying his aunt.
Well, see, that's the thing. They're actually related, so.
Yeah, but I mean, this is like supposed to be like medieval time.
Wasn't Cersei fucking her brother?
Yeah.
Yes, and the Targaryens have always married. There's only been a few that didn't,
to keep the blood pure.
Right. But another interesting thing is, which I don't know if they're going to ever touch on. I doubt they would touch on this, but the Targaryens aren't fireproof. And in the books, it's talked about how the dragon's egg and a spell is what made Daenerys fireproof. But all the other Targaryens were never fireproof, even though they thought they were. Like one tried to drink wildfire in the books or something like that and died. But I don't know.
Your insides.
Yeah.
But that seems like a terrible idea.
Well, yeah. I mean, so I don't know. And somebody at work brought up a good point. We was talking about it today, that they think A Song of Fire and Ice is not about Jon and Daenerys. They think it's actually about just Jon Snow. Like that's in the that's what they're referring to as Song of Fire and Ice, like his story, because he's Stark and Targaryen.
I mean, it's basically been his story. I mean, he's been built up to be this bastard looked down upon, but he's done such great things, and then finally you see that he's the birth of like two great houses.
Well, yeah, and if he's the son of Rhaegar, if he's actually the son of Rhaegar, then would Daenerys still choose to like claim the throne? Because she would, by right, she would know that he would be the rightful ruler because that's her brother's son, her oldest brother's son.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's kind of weird, but I would say Daenerys has been held up at least as as much a messianic figure as Jon throughout the whole series. So like when you say it's kind of Jon's story, I feel like it's been just as much Daenerys' story.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say. But definitely this season, I mean, you can tell we're wrapping up. I mean, in the showrunners and producers, HBO actually confirmed this week that there's only going to be about 13 more episodes.
It's gonna
They're
be
actually
split
they're going to split it into 2 seasons, but it's going to be shorter seasons than what we've had.
I heard also too. They said that they're going to have 15 episodes. They confirmed, and I think it was a misprint because I don't know how they would do this, but they said according to the 15 episodes, there's going to be a total. It's going to contain 73 hours or something like that, which I'm assuming
What?
that meant 73
They're gonna be
minutes. Yeah, like
No.
Yeah.
that would be like 4-hour episodes basically. But it's probably minutes, and I think what they're going to do is extend the length of each episode to 73 minutes. Because that's kind of what it sounded like, other than they
So
had
what would that be,
73
like
hours.
an hour and a half block of time, like in TV
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
Which the last
Well,
one that they
HBO
had was the
does
longest
H-
one.
this-
That
this
was
airs on-
69 minutes.
It airs on HBO. Does HBO doesn't have commercials, so
No. And the last one was 69 minutes because what they do is they always have like the inside Game of Thrones, or not inside Game of Thrones. It's,
okay, so that's what they'll
where
do.
they talk to like the creators and they reflect
Yeah,
back on
yeah,
certain
yeah.
points in the show.
No,
So-
they said it would be the whole the series as a whole would be 70 to 75 hours long, and they're looking at about 73 right now. And since they did 6 seasons, that means there's 13 hours left, which means about 13 episodes.
But they said officially
Is
15
what they were saying for the
episodes.
73 hours.
Whatever it is,
heard,
we basically
I hadn't heard that, but
No,
that's what
what-
the 73 number was. That was total number of hours for the whole series.
Check it on IMDb.
But you can really tell, like, it almost feels like you're watching a tournament of all these people, like a single elimination tournament, like the NCAA championship Game of Thrones edition, where like you've got all these teams vying and like they keep knocking each other off and warring, and you're basically down to the final 4 now. You've got Jon, Cersei, the Night's King, and Daenerys, and it's like you keep seeing like one faction eliminate another one, and it's like we're down to the final 4 now.
Oh,
So-
I mean, you're right. It is 13 episodes.
Would you
They
say
did
it's
confirm it.
would you say it's 4 houses, or would you say there's 5? Because I have a feeling, like, I think kind of like something might be coming up with fucking Littlefinger and not Arya. What's her name?
Sansa.
Yeah, because that
No.
like look they gave each other. I think he's trying to make a push. I mean, that's going to be easy for them to take care of.
I saw that differently. I saw that as because
Like her getting-
Littlefinger revealed his plan to her. He basically said, look, everything I do, I say, does this get me to the Iron Throne by my side? And if not, then I don't do it. And so he's trying to convince her to take lead and be the Lady of Winterfell and whatnot. And like, instead of saying that she's more rightful a ruler there than Jon is.
Jon, yeah.
And yet when it comes time to, when they're having the banquet and everything and everybody's, proclaiming him King of the North, she goes along with it. And to me, that was her basically saying, I don't want that job. I don't want to do that. And I'm happy to let Jon do it. He's the hero. He should be the one doing it. And and then that look that Littlefinger gave her, to me was his look of, God damn it, like, how does this help me? And it looked more to me like she was being smug, like, haha, how's that help your plan?
True. I never looked at it that way. But speaking of that scene, how badass was that little girl's speech?
Oh my God, dude, Lady
Dude,
Mormont is like my
yeah.
favorite fucking character of the show now.
She's like 8 years old, and she's just
She's
like,
killing it, man. She's
you
killing
did
it.
this, and you did this, and this, and this. We got to follow him. And they're all like,
He completely froze.
okay.
That was awesome.
Every time she's been on the show lately, it's just been like the best moments of the show.
And Arya, that scene where the girl's like,
God.
"Oh, they're right here," and he's like, and she's like, "Ace," I'm just like, I forgot about.
Right. I am so happy that Arya is like actually doing stuff again, because that whole storyline where she's doing the whole faceless god shit, like, just, oh my god, it drug on forever with seemingly no payoff, and it's like, okay, where is this going? If this doesn't further the story somehow, then why are we here? It's like she's got to do something with this at some point, or it was a waste, because they hardly ever dwell on a single character doing things that don't affect anyone else, because it's never been about one character doing anything. It's normally about how their actions affect other people, and the fact that they just always showed her and never in relation to another major character was like, oh, this is such a dead end. So it's good to see them, actually using that stuff now, to further the plots around the world.
So you think she's going to go north to Winterfell or south to King's Landing?
I think she's going to go wherever her list takes
first.
her.
Well, I mean, she's got to go in one direction, though. I mean, Cersei's south, but who else is left on her list?
I mean, the Stark children do have a nasty habit of going in only one direction. Just ask Rickon.
Oh, I see.
Serpentine! Serpentine!
Field, you don't go straight.
He was never that smart of a star.
All right, before we move on to our next topic here, we're going to take a quick break and see if I can fix some of these audio issues and things that we're having real quick. Okay, so we're back. I don't know that we fixed any of the audio problems. I don't know that it's even resolvable in the immediate future. So hopefully this turns out okay. I apologize to our listeners and our viewers. It is what it is. Let's talk about. We got some pictures from on set from Spider-Man: Homecoming of the new Spider-Man suit. Did we determine, is it a new suit? Does it? It doesn't really look all that different. Other than like the only thing that I can see that looks different is the black lines on the legs.
Yeah, they look the same to me, honestly. I went back and found pictures of both and looked at them pretty closely, and even all the lines and everything CGI polished over just to make it look a little less bunched up fabric-y. Other than that, it's the exact same fucking suit.
Yeah, I think
it's the same one too.
I think you're
I
right.
thought it wasn't at first until you guys pointed it out there. I think Brian pointed it out, and
I think it's
then
pretty,
I went back and seen a few other ones.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I thought there were differences, and then once I looked at it, I'm like, oh, I guess all that stuff actually was in Civil War.
I think it's because the angle he's standing to, it shows more blue than red,
Talking
and
about
it was so fucking red.
you talk about the angle where he's grabbing his junk.
Yeah, the fucking Dick Greg.
I don't understand why would you even include that picture. And then it's like the first picture. Like we find this article, Pirate sends it over. It's like, oh, it's Homecoming. The Homecoming suit for Spider-Man. The first picture, it's just like big ass photo takes up your whole screen, and right there in the center of the photo, dude's just like fucking, just cupping that shit.
Maybe it's not the same costume. Maybe this is actually the Korean sculpture version of the costume.
He's just putting his cod piece in
giant-
right now.
Boner. Like,
Well, it is. It's not an official picture. It's taken by people watching. So I don't think.
I'm pretty
like,
sure
the
it's not
studio's like.
official.
So I don't think the studio's
they'll
just
put that
like
up on a
here's
billboard, just like fucking Jennifer
Tom
Lawrence
Holland
getting choked.
grabbing his junk.
It's hilarious too because like he's looking directly in the direction of the camera, so he's just staring at the camera, just grabbing his shit. Like,
I'm Spider-Man. Look at my junk.
Yeah, check me out, bitch.
Spider
sometimes you just gotta adjust the spandex, man.
Spider
Spider
junk.
junk.
Shit'll right up
Spider
in places
junk.
you don't want.
Let's talk about the Iranian Hulk. That's right, I said Iranian Hulk, not the Incredible Hulk.
Not the irradiated Hulk.
There
Doug's
is-
new favorite character.
There is this dude in Iran that he is massive. He's a power lifter. He weighs 385 pounds, or if you're not from America, 175 kilograms.
How many stones is that?
Fucking a lot. A lot.
11.
This motherfucker makes Brock Lesnar look like a small child. He's huge. This guy's. I mean, you look at his picture and it's like he looks like the fucking Hulk.
Would you describe his muscles as totally awesome?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Let's see what you did there.
No. I most certainly would not. I would say the dude's fucking huge. You guys have all seen this picture? I mean,
Yeah. What was his name?
yeah, I want to hear you try and
Brigno?
say this. No, here we go. Pronunciations by pirate. That should be a new fucking section.
New segment.
New segment idea. Pronunciations by
Can
pirate.
we get?
We'll just bring a list
Can
of
we get
about
a
10
jingle for that?
words and let him read them. I'm down.
Let's see here.
Suffering succotash. Fuck. Work.
Don't be trying to find no like
Come on,
audio.
Yeah.
Sajad
Here we go.
Garabi.
Say it one time from start to finish.
Sajad
Now put it together.
Garabi.
Sajad Garabi.
Or
Boob job grab.
Boob job grab? No, I don't think that's it, Brian.
Garibi. Sajad Garibi. I think that's it.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer. Sajad Garibi.
Wow.
I mean, can either of us say? Yeah, I think he's right. Sajad Garabi.
How do you spell Sajad?
Sajad.
Sajad.
Okay.
I mean, I gotta look at it to pronounce it.
How do you spell the last name?
Gharibi.
Garibi?
Garabi.
I don't know. It will forever remain a
Close
mystery
enough.
to us.
I mean, or we could just call him by his nickname, Brick Wall the Destroyer.
Brick Wall the Destroyer.
I mean, that sounds better than Sajad Garibi.
I like how in the article you sent us, it says he has a quote saying, WWE, listen to me. Invincibility and power in my blood coming soon, Triple H. I mean, knowing WWE, they'd probably put him in a tutu and he'd have some
did
weird
he just
gimmick.
call out the entire WWE?
No, I think he's saying he wants to come. That's what he's saying. He's like, go.
That dude's on so much
I don't even
steroids,
think
I
he
don't
could like.
can come.
Can he even? Can he? And we all got quiet. But
I'm
looking
just
at
saying.
this dude, I don't even think he could like fit under a ring.
Through a door?
Under a
Or-
ring? Why
why
would
would
you
he
go?
fit
Yeah,
under
like
a
if you're
ring?
going under the when you get into a ring, you go under the ropes.
Or you
Yeah,
can
but
go
you don't
over
go
the
under
ropes.
the fucking ring, Brian.
Can he even like lift his? He's got so much muscle in his leg. Can he lift his leg up?
I'm sure he can. He can walk. I'm sure
He's a
that
power
requires
lifter,
lifting a
Brian.
leg.
He's a power lifter. What do you mean, can he lift his leg?
Yo, he should face the dude with the 10-pound dick or balls.
What the fuck
What?
is wrong with you?
What?
Sometimes I question your thought process.
What? There's multiple
First of all-
questions that come to mind here. First being,
Who is
where
this
did you
person
find
with
out?
10-pound
Where did
dick?
you find out that someone has a 10-pound dick?
Dude,
Where you
all
gotta
over.
get
It used to be all
What corner?
over face,
What corner
nine
of the
gag
dark
or
web are you
e-gag or
going to for
whatever.
this information?
The deep corner.
Yeah, 10 pounds deep,
Post
apparently.
poop.
Fuck.
10-pound dick. Who weighs dicks? That's the second question.
Probably the same person
I
standing
don't know.
in line
If he's
medical-
not big, then you could probably put him on a scale alone.
They got a dick weigher? What's a dick scale? What's a dick scale look like?
He went to the supermarket and
Like a
put him
fucking
to
open
produce,
hot dog bun sitting on top of a fucking tile?
the produce weight.
He wrapped it in a little green baggie too. Don't want anybody to think anything out of the normal.
Somebody's like, "What are you weighing?" Oh, a bunch of
Don't worry
tomatoes.
about it. Why are you standing on a ladder?
What are you weighing? An eggplant? I don't know.
Why is the eggplant in your pants?
So,
It's-
so do
It's
you,
the
do you
optimal
measure it
height
only?
of Chafin.
Do you measure it only fully, or like do you take a flaccid measurement too, and then
I
like
feel
average
I
them,
feel like it
or
would be
how's-
heavier. I'm just saying.
I mean,
Anyway,
how's that
And
work?
is there a concentrated area of mass too? Like, I mean, if it's good, that weight spread out. If it's not, it's more like a big pile. Like,
yeah, I don't know, man. I've never thought about a dick that much. To be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever really thought that hard about a dick.
Until next news.
No time like the present to start.
Right?
Thinking about Dick.
I mean, I've never thought about a lot of things until it's been brought up on this podcast.
That's
You
probably
know, like,
giant green.
I'm still
dildos.
trying to
Yeah,
figure
very
out where
awesome.
this elusive Deadpool flasher is located at.
He's out there.
At
I know he
opening
is.
screen.
I know
And the
he
20%
is.
of children that show up to the
I know he
movie
is. He's
theater
out
to
there
see
doing the
Deadpool.
helicopter right now. You know it.
Got his spanking shoes on.
Loud and proud. Good lord.
Dude, that's an awesome idea. I hope I see someone
Dude, the
dressed as
helicopter and the
Deadpool at the
Deadpool
next
outfit is
Comic
out
Con. No, at the next Comic Con or next I want to see a cosplayer be Deadpool holding a stuffed unicorn wearing Crocs. That's what I want to see.
Why?
I'm sure it'll happen this year.
Right. Sons of Anarchy, Mayans spinoff got scripted and titled. It's going to be titled Mayans MC. Are you guys looking forward to this? Or
Yeah.
I mean, I am for sure.
Yes, during
I didn't even know that was a thing, but I am now.
I'm looking forward to it as long as Kurt Sutter writes it better than he did the Bastard Executioner. I tried so hard to watch that show. So hard.
You didn't
You're
know that this was a
bastard.
thing, Topher? For real? They've been talking about it since,
I
since
honestly
the last
didn't.
season of Sons of Anarchy.
Well, they talked
I never
about the
watched-
first 9 spinoff. That's what they were talking about, but I guess they switched it from the first 9 to the Mayan story.
No, I'd heard Mayans a long time ago. I'm sure of it.
I know the
I
first
never heard
one that I heard
the
of them
first 9 would have
actually.
been awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that would be
first time
cool.
I actually heard anything about a spinoff was the first 9, and that was before the first one even ended, or the
Yeah,
the show
see
even
about
ended.
the time that the last episode was coming on, I heard something about a Mayan spinoff. I'd never heard the first 9 one.
Yeah, they were going
I'm
to do it's
pumped.
called like the first 9 or the original 9
Yeah,
or
that would
something.
be even cooler. But I'm excited to see
That'd
the
be really hard to
the
do.
Mayans. Yeah, I agree. There's so much that's talked about the first
Because
9 in
you've
the
kind of already covered like the major, scandals and shit of what happened with them, and you'd have to find like, they had a younger guy play Jax's dad in it in a couple flashback scenes, I think. But like,
Yeah.
you'd have to find a younger Clay and a younger all of them. Like it
Yeah.
would be, it'd be really
Well,
hard.
you can
to,
use Ron
know-
Perlman still. I mean, he's got range. He looks young. He looks old.
I mean-
He's looked the same age since the start of his acting career. I think.
True, but getting
I
like
don't
getting.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think that
that'd be
that
tough.
you'd be just basically visualizing a story that's already been told. I think that's
Well,
probably
I
why
wanna
they got away
know-
from it.
Know how he's going to incorporate Gemma in this, because she is in every fucking show he writes.
I did not realize
That's
that
a good point.
Gemma's going to be in. Is that confirmed or?
Well, she has to be because
No,
he's
it's-
in everything she writes. That's his wife.
Well,
She was in him and her both was in, and he's also in it too in Sons of Anarchy. But him and her both was in
Well-
Bastard Executioner.
I wondered.
Um,
I wonder if.
So does
she'll
this
still
take
be-
place after? What's the timeline on it? Is
Yeah.
it before,
It
after,
doesn't
during?
say.
So she
It
might,
doesn't
she might be
say.
still banging the Mexican guy.
It could be after. I mean,
Yeah.
after would make sense because there's this now big takeover, and
there's now there's a big power vacuum now for sure.
If it's
well, plus they
after,
got a
then-
lot of all their smuggling. Like they got a lot of the. He set it up to where the Mayans got like
Most of
basically most of their territory.
Yeah, but if it's after, it's going to be hard to find a place for Gemma.
Oh,
And
that's
it's not
true.
like you can cast that character or that actress, as a different character.
no, but
Because
she. But,
Oh, he'll find a way.
yeah, but
he'll
she
put her
could,
in,
she,
like, a
could, she
fucking-
could still
This is her
work. She
twin.
could still be worked
Sure.
in as just aftermath. Just aftermath of like how she's dealing with Jax's death, and it's kind of a side portion of the story. It doesn't focus on Jax and Sons of Anarchy anymore. It focuses on Mayans, but in the Mayans' dealings with the.
did you watch the show?
What? Yes, I watched every fucking episode.
Okay, so
Every
spoiler alert. Do
fucking-
you remember when she kind of is already dead when Jax dies?
Yeah, he shot her in the head, dude.
Yeah. How about that? I don't know why I
Well,
was
there's
thinking.
piss
I don't know
fire
why I
raining
was
down
thinking.
now.
I don't know why I was thinking that she was still alive. God
Yeah,
damn.
Yeah.
not so much.
Yeah.
Now, another
You're
option
like,
I
yeah,
was-
they can
I
show
bet-
her dealing with the aftermath of his death. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that doesn't make a
Um,
whole lot of sense, does it? How about
I
that?
think that
Let's
what
do
would
the-
probably happen
Again.
is they'll do the exact same story that they told in Sons of Anarchy, but this time it's from a Mayan's perspective. So it's going to be the same exact
would be
episodes,
lame
just
as fuck.
flipped. Yeah, but that's also could be Kurt Sutter.
Well,
He didn't do very good. Like let's that's these episodes in this story worked. Let's tell it again.
Let's do it over. Yeah,
Let's
I don't know.
do-
God damn, I feel like an idiot. I can't believe I forgot that Gemma fucking died. I'm not gonna
Especially
lie.
as so strong as you were like, yeah, I watched every fucking episode.
I did. I did. I
I
watched.
know this show inside and
watched
out.
I'm so angry about that.
I watched most of them 2 or 3 times.
I'm a fucking
Fuck,
expert.
I
I know
can't-
everything.
God damn. Clearly, that's not the case. I fucking forgot all about that. God damn.
I mean, it's a small detail to your plan.
well,
I think easy.
You guys
easy
almost
overlook.
made Fox go full on rage.
So,
He almost went
Watched every
brick
fucking
wall of destroyer.
episode.
Almost went to John Arabi on us.
Other than that, I completely agreed with you.
Yeah, other than the fact that your entire argument was erroneous.
Macaronius.
How about J.K. Simmons getting fucking yoked for
Ripped.
his
Yeah.
Commissioner Gordon role in Justice League?
Well, now he did say that it is not for that role. He did say that the reason why he's so jacked is
to get a
because,
side piece.
well, maybe, but it's because he put on a lot of weight, and when he got fat again, he's never going to be that fat. So he spends a lot of time working out in the gym. And I don't know. I mean, as an actor, especially as an actor as his age, with as good of an actor that he actually is, like you think that would be kind of like, I mean, kind of hard on the career because who are you going to play? Like, a 70-year-old bodybuilder? Like,
Yeah. I don't
there's
know.
not a
He-
lot of people. Like,
I saw a
wrestler, too.
I saw a side by side picture of him next to the old dude from Dragon Ball Z.
Yes.
Master Roshi.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
Dude's awesome, though. Like, if I were a Hollywood screenwriter, I would write a movie for a 70-year-old ripped character just so I could get him to play in it.
oh
Like,
yeah, dude. Like that's like what I was saying earlier. Like I just watched that movie he was in called Whiplash, and it's awesome. Like he's like this drill sergeant band conductor for this college jazz band, and it's dude. He's a hell of an actor, like hell of an actor. Plus he was in WKRP in Cincinnati. I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just wanted to say Cincinnati.
except every time I see him now, all I can think of is it's
We are
jingle.
farmers. yeah.
Well, that's about it for this episode. Hopefully next week we will have audio figured out to where it's not glitching in and out, but hopefully this episode's bearable. I appreciate the support
Mike.
from everyone. Oh, Brian's got something to say.
Audio.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's it for this episode. I'm Fox 2. We got Pirate,
Bye.
Topher,
I'm gonna go read some X-Men. So long.
and the whole effing Brian.
I gotta go take a poop.
I love that it froze right before that too. I gotta go take a poop.